Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm here with another video. I just wanted to talk about my thoughts on Love Island USA this season particularly because there's so much controversy surrounding it. And I just want to talk about the show in general, my issues with the show in general. So, of course, last night was movie night. And it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was right. I'm like, I'm confused. I've been going back and forth with people, like, in the comment section about difference of opinions about Casey and Anaya's situation. And I just really hate how people, they want empathy for one of their favorites, but they don't have empathy for others. And it's kind of like, do y'all have the ability to be objective? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it was right how they ganged up on Casey. Like, I really had an issue with that. Like, it's one thing it's one thing for Anaya to say how she feels and confront Casey and do all that. But I am sick of Trinity. I really am. Like, Trinity needs to go. I'm so over that girl. Like, she gets into everybody's business, and it's like, okay, y'all didn't want TT to speak up for Casey when y'all all attacked him, but it's okay for you to speak up regarding Anaya and Casey's situation. Like, I'm so over Trinity because she's more upset than Anaya. And it's like, girl, shut up. Worry about your couple. Like, I don't like none of these people, to be honest with you. I don't like none of these girls this season, just to be quite frank. Like, movie night was just too much. And it's the double standards is what's bothering me. The double standards, it's not right. And when I'm going back and forth with people, everybody feel bad for Anaya and poor Anaya this. He disrespected her, and I'm so over it because it's like, are we watching the same show? Like, are we watching the same show? Like, I understand it was wrong for him to talk about her in a derogatory manner. Like, try to downplay their connection, I guess. But I don't think it was as disrespectful as people are trying to make it seem. You know what I'm saying? He was telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? And just like I stated in my previous video, somebody telling you the truth is not disrespectful. Your feelings may get hurt. You may not like to hear it, but it's not disrespectful. I guess you could say the disrespect and the tone in which it's handled, the tactfulness of it, but I don't think it was wrong. Casey had every right to explore TT. He had every right to move on, you know what I'm saying, and go about his business. And it's like the girls have so many double standards this season. Like, it was all cute and fuzzy and shit when they were watching movie night and watching Anaya with Carl. But then they're like, oh, but when it was Casey, ew, and let's get to this too. The bitch word. I do not like how these girls throw around bitch to this man so freely with no consequences. I do not like that, because had Casey came with that same energy, it would have been an issue. And that's what I don't like. The double standards between the men and the women. It's like, it's okay for them to call him out of his name. Everybody's talking about grandma, bitch. Grandma, bitch. To me, which one is more disrespectful? I get it. You can't tell people how to feel disrespected. But at the same time, use y'all fucking common sense. If I go out into the streets right now and call a random, say I'm getting into it with a lady, and I call her, oh, you grandma. But if I say, bitch, she's gonna get more offended. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it was the context in which it was stated. Everybody is I just noticed that people don't have situational awareness. They don't use common sense. They don't know how to I don't know the words that I'm trying to use right now, but they don't know context. Let me just say that. They don't know context, especially with that grandma comment. It's like, okay, he called her grandma. I get it. Boom. Everybody feels that's so disrespectful. Oh my God. But I was listening to the conversation with him and Corbin, and he said, damn, me and Anaya don't do nothing. And he was like, yeah, she when I look at Anaya, she be asleep. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe they're talking about her going to sleep so early and she don't want to cuddle and do all the little spooning that everybody else does, or the sex. And if I was Anaya, I would take that as a compliment. Yeah, I want to be a grandmother. I'm representing my family. And doesn't she work for her family business? So I think that's a good thing that she's not having sex on national television. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupid. Like, I'm seeing the reactions, and this whole thing has gotten blown out of proportion. Like, everything is so blown out of proportion. And to me, Anaya is very manipulative. Anaya is manipulative because, let's keep it all the way a buck. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Anaya didn't choose Casey on the first night. And I'm gonna let it go because it was the first night. Whoop-de-doo. We finna move past it. Right? She didn't choose him. So he wasn't her top pick. He wasn't on her radar. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was with her. So I'm just thinking to myself, people don't understand how that can mess with a person too. I feel like Casey always had that moment in the back of his head where nobody was standing behind his door. So I'm like, y'all can see all the things with Anaya, how it's so wrong, but you can't see how Casey feels. That's what I'm confused. So it's like, she didn't choose him. And then the part last night on the episode with movie night where Melanie was like, oh, you used Anaya to stay in the villa. Girl, really? If anything, I'm just being so for real. If anything, Anaya used Casey. Let's keep it a buck. The first night, she stood in front of Sincere's door. Sincere didn't want her. He chose Melanie. So I'm like, how? And then she kind of like tried to do something with Sean. It wasn't really anything. She tried. I guess they tried, or he said he pulled her for some chats, but that never turned out to anything because he ended up pursuing Kenzie at the end of the day. So I'm like, are we watching the same show? I'm like, if anything, Anaya used Casey, because in the beginning, maybe they used each other. I feel like in the beginning, maybe they used each other because both of them were single and vulnerable that first night. But after that, they were like, well, he used her. That's wrong. Go back and really rewatch the show, because I could have sworn Melanie said she pulled Casey for a chat. She told Anaya, and everybody was talking about how rude and disrespectful she was for pulling Casey for a chat with Anaya, considering Anaya is one of her close friends in the villa. So I'm like, Casey got pulled for a chat by Melanie. And then Soul was a polarizing figure in the villa because Casey did want to explore her. And when he did, like, go ahead and say he was interested and she was attractive, Anaya got in her feelings and started crying and doing manipulation tactics, weaponizing her tears. So I'm really like trying to understand y'all logic. Like, it's kind of bullshit to me. Like, it's real strange. And then let's talk about the snake and two-faced motherfucking Sincere. Sincere literally went back and told Anaya, like, oh yeah, Soul looks like Casey's girlfriend. And Soul was interested in Casey. So with this whole, nobody wanted Casey and he used Anaya, Casey had more opportunities to explore than Anaya did. And this is why I hate going back and forth with y'all, because I hate when stuff like this on the internet happens, because y'all not able to be objective and be real and be honest about what we watching. You know what I'm saying? So it's just stupid and it's annoying. So let's talk about like more about movie night, right? They played Zach's clip, and Zach didn't even get the smoke how he should have. You know what I'm saying? And then they showed Casey's clip, right? This is where the issue lies for me. KC clip felt like it was like 30 minutes long. They gave him such a long clip of him talking shit about Anaya and their connection. Mind you, he was wrong. Whatever. Like, I hate how people are being purposely dense. Like, y'all act like y'all never talked about the person y'all was with to a friend. Or say y'all was dating somebody and you had two options and you tell your homegirl like, oh yeah, I'm seeing him, but I'm kind of feeling him a little better. It's like, do y'all not date? Have y'all not dated? Or do y'all not know how that works? Like, to me, that was regular conversation between friends. What friends usually do. Yeah, he could have been more tactful. He shouldn't have been so harsh in the things that he was saying. But Corbin called those Casa girls college and called them high school. And Corbin kind of clocked it. He's not wrong at this point. All of those Villa girls are immature, childish, bitchy, catty, cliquey. I do not like them. I don't. I especially don't like Trinity. Like, she's the worst. And I just thought it was weird. Like, they showed this long clip with his stuff. And it was like, really? And then the attack. Let's get on that. I did not like those girls attacked Casey so bad. He was not able to speak. They kept cutting him off. And that's what bothers me. Where the fuck is production and all these people on set? Why aren't y'all stopping this? And I think it is production. I know it's production doing this shit. Because we're talking about... It was wrong. I did not like it. It was disrespectful. Since y'all want to talk about disrespectful, calling a grown man a bitch is disrespectful. Getting in a grown man's space. Yeah, he may have stood up. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about how y'all claim, oh, he was intimidating and he was aggressive and he stood up. He stood up so he can be seen and heard. So they can shut the fuck up and let him speak. That wasn't to try to... He wasn't trying to pump up on her. He wasn't trying to start nothing or walk up on her. Like, I hate how y'all doing this little Karen card y'all doing, but it's weird. It's weird. And especially coming from black women, it's really, really weird. Like, especially y'all the main ones cry about how y'all are perceived as aggressive and all these things, but you turn around and do it to a black man. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. That scene pissed me off so bad because when he got up, Anaya then proceeds to get up and then she walks over to his space. If you're so intimidated by a person, man, woman, whatever, if you're intimidated by a person, you do not escalate a situation and get in their personal space and stand over them like you're gonna do something. Let's start there. If she was really that intimidated, she would have de-escalated the situation, shut the fuck up and let him speak. That's what she should have done. And that's the lesson. I hate that because this is a depiction of, it's kind of like they're showing all the negative shit between the dynamics of black women and black men. There's no respect. Like, I just hated it so bad. And y'all can tell me if I'm wrong for feeling like this, because I know I'm not the only one feeling like this, because I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to hear what y'all think in the comments. But let's just talk about the Sincere part. Sincere hopped in to speak and cut them. He told all them girls on the villa. He said, "Shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to Naya." And guess what they did? Shut the fuck up. Yeah. When Sincere told all them girls, Anaya, Kata, Trinity, all of them to shut the fuck up, they did. Why is there so much respect for these other races of men, mixed men, but there's none for the only black man on the villa, a dark-skinned man at that? Why is there no respect for him to speak and to say his piece? It's disgusting. I'm over it. But in general, my whole problem with this show is that it's biased and it's geared to cater to the women. I don't like that, because again, call me a pick me, whatever the fuck y'all do, y'all use the same talking points anyways. In a relationship, there's give and take. It's not always just about us as women in a relationship. You have to appease the men you want to be with too. So this whole thing of women can say whatever they want and men can't, I'm not with none of that. You feel me? I'm not. That shit was crazy. And shout out to TT for actually being real and stating the facts about how the double standard was with Anaya exploring Carl. And they said, well, the only difference was she wasn't disrespectful. She wasn't. Yes, the fuck she was. She called him a little boy. I don't care if it was after she seen the clip in Casa. I do not care. This is a character flaw. And Anaya is a professional victim. I don't respect it. But yeah, my problem with the show is it's geared to cater to the women. And the women do not get held accountable as much as the men. The men are vilified, because last season we remember old girl. She went around calling somebody the B word. Another black man, might I add, a mixed race black man, but black, a piece of black. She called him a bitch. You know what I'm saying? She called him that. And she got to make it to the finals. Why? I'm starting to see a pattern. And mind you, I'm a new Love Island person. I started last season and I had to go back and rewatch previous seasons. But it's a pattern with black people on this island. And I do not like it. I do not like how they paint narratives of black islanders. They use certain things to pit each black islander against each other, that by using other races of islanders to do it. It's agendas being pushed here. And another thing, all those women who spoke against KC last night, Anaya, Trinity, Kata, are all with other race men. They're with white and Asian men. They're with white boys. It pushes a certain narrative. And they're trying to push black women with white men. And mind you, I'm not even on this color stuff. I don't care who the people love. If you want to be with somebody that's another race, that's your business. But the attacking of a black man, the vilification of a black man on that island, I'm not going for none of that shit. I don't like it. It's weird as fuck. And they talked about each other though. Anaya, I remember when Anaya broke down during the recoupling, after the recoupling, Melanie said he wasn't going to fit into your life anyways. You would have had to build him up. That sounds like a homegirl who talked to their homegirl about the dude they was dating and said, girl, I don't know how this gonna work. I don't know how he gonna fit into my life, you know. That's what that sounded like. She was reiterating and repeating what Anaya has expressed to her behind the scenes. Because I feel like Anaya is from suburbia and Casey is from the hood. Or I don't even want to put the hood term out there, but he's more urban. And I don't think Anaya was feeling that because she wasn't feeling him. Every time I used to see Anaya and Casey's interactions, it seemed like she was annoyed. And I feel like the reason Casey really couldn't express himself to her is because he was walking on eggshells. He was trying not to annoy her. But that's all she did was nag and complain. Anaya is so insufferable. I don't like her. I don't like none of these girls this season. They're trash to me. And production is a big problem. Yes, Love Island production is a huge problem because they're painting a certain picture and creating a certain narrative of Black Islanders. And it's not okay. It's very racist. It's very much giving colorist because none of the same energy is being held. And I find it completely disgusting. But anyways, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go handle my business and do what I do. But I just want to hear what some of y'all have to say about it. I want to know y'all opinions for sure because I find all this shit weird. You know what I'm saying? That's my take. Those are my thoughts on the show and last night's episode. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.